And I just wish that the rest of the media would cover the death of American citizens the same way they cover the death of illegal immigrants. Jake Tapper, I'm talking about you here. I really do. I wish that Democrats would show this kind of passion after an illegal immigrant killed an American citizen.
If you don't think this is up, you don't know what it means to be an American. And every one of us should be angry right now in this moment and willing to stand up for our values, the values that have always made this country great. And anyone who's just letting these MAGA autocrats get away with this needs to fight or get out of the way. It's time for us to stop this.
That was Democrat Congressman Seth Moulton, who's also running for the Senate, so this is part of his campaign. But you can feel the outrage and the anger, and I completely agree. It is time for this to stop. It's time for illegal immigrants to stop killing Americans. But that's not what he's talking about. That's not what any of them are talking about, because they only care when it's a citizen from another country. The citizen of another country, not an American citizen, an illegal immigrant. They care when it's an illegal immigrant. The rest of the media have no problem covering that, but even then, they don't tell you the truth, do they? It's never an illegal immigrant. It's always a person or a man or a loving father. CNN today, one person dead in Maine. The Washington Post, ICE kills 26-year-old Colombian father. The New York Times, ICE kills a person in Maine, a person, a man, a father who was clearly resisting arrest. Look at this video. Look at the white car in this video and the agents who are chasing after it while this 26-year-old man, person, father, illegal immigrant, I don't care, drives in circles, deliberately resisting arrest. But when an illegal immigrant kills an American, the coverage is completely different. There is no coverage. They cover it by covering it up. In March, 18-year-old Sheridan Gorman was a freshman at Loyola University in Chicago. She was out for a walk with friends at night when a man wearing a ski mask, dressed in all black, started chasing after her and her friends. The man was 25-year-old Jose Medina, a Joe Biden illegal alien who came here in 2023 from Venezuela. And he shot Sheridan in the back as she tried to run away, killing her instantly. I don't remember CNN covering that story at all. I don't remember Jake Tapper covering that story at all. And when the New York Times did finally cover it, they did the same thing they did today. A man accused of killing Chicago student remains in jail. A man, not an illegal immigrant, a man. But when an illegal immigrant is killed, poof, like magic, it is wall-to-wall coverage from that very same dishonest media like CNN. Coverage without context. Coverage that instantly blames ICE and exonerates the illegal immigrant in question instantly.
Just in to CNN about a fatal ICE-involved shooting today in Biddeford, Maine. An immigration rights group says the man was a 26-year-old from Colombia who was authorized to work in the United States.
We are getting new details this morning about the young man shot and killed by ICE in Maine. He has been identified as 26-year-old Joan Sebastian Guerrero. According to a neighbor, he was a young father who worked hard to provide for his family.
Oh, yes, he was a young father who worked hard to provide for his family, which is 100% opinion, because that anchor had no way of knowing that at that time. Again, that's a quote from what? His family? Again, no context, no facts, just this fawning picture. We saw the same thing with Renee Good and Alex Pretty. Nothing about what actually happened, just what they want you to think happened. And at CBS, it was the exact same thing. Here's astronaut Gayle King covering what she wants you to think about what happened.
We're going to begin with a demand for answers in Maine after the second deadly shooting by an ICE agent. This one, the last 2 weeks. The last person to be killed, his name is Joan Sebastian Guerrero. He was a Colombian immigrant. An official says he was not the target of the operation. It led to protests and new allegations of reckless behavior by federal agents. They have shot and killed at least 8 people since President Trump began his immigration crackdown.
Again, Johan Guerrero will be fine. We don't need to pronounce everybody's middle name every time this happens. We do this only when this happens. Here's her quote. They have shot and killed at least 8 people since President Trump began his immigration crackdown. Once again, Gail, the astronaut. No context. She's the problem at CBS this morning, by the way. Barry Weiss, if you're watching, she is the problem. Nothing about why that immigration crackdown is happening. Don't you think that's relevant? Nothing about Joe Biden opening the border for 4 years and letting in millions and millions of criminals into this country. But more importantly, they never even bring up how many American citizens have been killed by illegal immigrants over the past several years. Don't you think that's interesting? Nothing about Sheridan Gorman or Laken Riley or Jocelyn Nungary or Rachel Morin or Stephanie Minter. Nothing about that woman who was beaten to death with a hammer in April for no reason at a gas station in Fort Myers by a Haitian illegal. Or the state trooper who was run over by an illegal immigrant last week in Pennsylvania. Or the illegal alien who killed a family of 3 in Florida driving an 18-wheeler when he decided to pull a U-turn on the highway. Again, no context, no background, no facts, just their version of what happened. And the illegal immigrant is always described as a man or a person or a man-person loving father who was only trying to provide for his family.